Alrighty guys, so I got the 50L project out here and it's flipped on its side, but I wanted to show you guys. You can see the crack starts right there, about where the bottom of the engine is. It runs back along through here. It's going to be a little bit hard to show, but I think you guys can see it there. It goes right along there. It's still going. Still going there. It kind of stops. Can't tell if it really stops right there or if it still goes up higher, but this transmission has a heck of a crack in it. I'm surprised this sucker isn't cracked in half, honestly. The other thing is, I'm surprised I didn't notice that when I was changing the engine, but I never had this thing flipped up on its side. Like so, obviously. So I got the transmission dug out and the two hubs. And I really think the only parts I'm gonna have to use on this transmission is the transmission itself. I could probably use the axles and everything. I'm gonna have to set the end play and the axles and all that because originally when I got this transmission, I had a bag or a box of parts. Now, where that bag or box of parts ever ended up, I don't know. So I'm just gonna have to go through and reset everything. And I think I'm gonna leave this a straight L. I do have, I considered this, I have an LI gear set, and I have this thing tore apart, or I'm going to. And basically I'm one small step away from pulling the worm gear out of it, the lead gear, and changing the speed, and I could slow it down to an LI without swapping transmissions. So that's a consideration I have. Do I really need to make it an LI? Not really. Will I? I don't know. It may happen here. But I just wanted to pull this out and A, jog my memory, and B, is show you guys about it. Now I want to make sure, because see, that's a 6-bolt transmission and advanced casting. I was having a blonde moment there, stay with me. This one here is an 8-bolt. Yep. Got 4 on top, 4 on bottom. And I'm going to have to putz around and see what is newer, because I'm thinking more bolts are newer. I don't know. That's only 6-bolt. So 6 bolts are newer. 8 bolts are older? Is that the way that works? Let's go down here to these 56s. See, this one here only has the 2 bolts up top. That's like a late 50s trans. This one here is going to be hard to see. I guess I could look at my 48L. That's going to be about the closest to this. This 56 has the bosses for the extra bolts, but it does not have any near as I can tell. It just has the 2 up top. Yeah. Okay. So, maybe this transmission was swapped before. Yeah, 8-bolt was older. They went to 6-bolt later, because that's the 44. 59 is 6-bolt. My 48 is 8-bolt. Alright. So, this transmission is newer than the tractor. does not make me feel as good about swapping this transmission in as I once thought. So, decisions. I have another transmission over in the tech garage over there. And maybe I'll go look at it, because it's a complete transmission. It may even have an engine block on it, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap this engine block complete, the whole engine, because I know this engine worked. And it worked rather well, as far as I remember. So, that may be the direction I end up going here. It was not my intent. Originally I was going to build a transmission. But amazing how things change when you start checking out the facts and stuff. So, I will probably continue with this either tomorrow night or next weekend. The trick is I gotta dig that transmission out. I can look at it, but I gotta dig it out. It sucks when it's not in the... Obviously, you guys know this is the only building I heat and work out in the winter, so it makes it a pain. It's alright. I'm gonna tuck this back into the pile, because obviously, let me check my AVL. I'm pretty sure it's 6-bolt. Here, looking. No, it's 8-bolt. So they still had 8-bolt going on, clear up until 52 at least. So definitely got to have another 8-volt trans. Is this 53? 8-volt? It's going to be really hard to tell with it since it's back there in the corner. Darn it. Stay put. There you go. Probably not going to be able to show you guys too well. Bolts there. No, this is 6-bolt. So apparently the change every year was sometime in 53. I'm going to have to check my other 53 and see if I have a picture of the other 53 I had and figure out when that changeover happened. So this transmission is about 1953 or newer. It's probably a little bit newer than that because it has the bigger bosses in it. No, that 56 has them. Oh, interesting. Why is this never easy? Was this transmission here 6-bolt? I think it is 6-bolt, ain't it? The bolts right there? Yeah. So that one worked too. Oh no. Okay, now I gotta really do some thinking. I'm kind of flustered about what I was going to do and what I am going to do now. So I'll get back to you guys on this. Alrighty guys, it's the next night after realizing the original transmission I was going to use wasn't exactly period correct. So I went through my parts pile, and I actually had two transmissions that would have been right. I had this transmission here, which it's still black. It's grease covered, but still has all the hubs and clutches and everything in it. And I know the guy this came from, and it was actually the same haul as that tractor, but it came from a different location. I picked up 2 hauls that night with them, and I believe this transmission is good. Now, I just drug it over here with the 450 tonight. It's snowing, and brought it over. It is an 8-bolt transmission, so that fits the era. It's black, so that makes it more right. It still has the clutches and stuff in it, which I'm going to pull the planetaries. I at least want to pull one, which is probably going to be the high-low, just because it's the harder one to get to, obviously, as most of you guys know. And I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to check the clutch and the planetary condition. And two, I can look down in and see what kind of goop is in the oil pickup screen and everything. And then we can go from there, and I'll inspect the hubs and see if there's any noticeable bearing damage or anything, but I don't foresee there being a problem with these. The story with this tractor was, when I got it, he ran it across, he was going across the field with it, it shut off, and then another one wouldn't restart, and it got sold to me at some point. And it originally, it had a block on it. There was a cylinder that came with it. I think I have long since used that cylinder, and the block went on the last block change I did. Which, does anybody remember what the last thing I changed the block on was? I don't remember now. Is it 44L still cast iron? It may have went on this tractor. This? I don't remember changing a block on anything lately. I really don't. In the last 3 years? Did I sell a block to somebody? I don't know. Anyhow, I pulled the block off of that, and I put it on another machine. Like I said, I don't remember which one at this point, but I did. And I think it'll be a good candidate for this. So basically, all I have to swap is more or less the externals, unless I find, like I said, something wrong with the internals on that transmission. So I just have to swap the whole engine, which is the carburetor, exhaust, blah blah blah, handlebars, hitch, obviously the tires, and the hood and the battery tray, which don't have any intentions to put electric start on this machine. So battery tray is not real important, but I may or may not, I think I have extra hoods now. If I go over here and look behind door number 1, nope, that's that primer gray hood I was going to put on a navy yellow. Thought I had one more hood here somewhere. Nope. Only one hood. Okay. I thought I had another hood hanging over here, but maybe not. I probably used it, because the only one I got is the navy yellow and that hanging there. Oh, I know what it went on. Duh, staring right at it, ain't I? So, with all that being said, it'll probably keep that hood on it, I guess, because I don't have any good pull start hoods. They're all electric start hoods. That one, this one's going to stay with this machine, because I will get this running right again. And this one here is a battery hood. So unless I put that primer gray one on and paint it orange, yeah, I doubt it. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to be up to. Am I going to show you guys a step-by-step on how to do this? I have not made up my mind yet. And by the time I upload this part for you guys to know, it'll probably be too late. I believe the heater just come up to temperature. Very nice. Nice in here. So, I'm not going to do anything tonight with this, just kind of gathering the parts. And tomorrow night, I could come out and hit this. Tomorrow night's Friday night, so I could come out, inspect this transmission the rest of the way. I could put some, and as long as I put the engine on and get the RTV setting up between the engine and transmission, and we should be good to go at that point. Because it won't take much to switch the tires. Obviously, it won't take much to fill it with oil. I'll probably have to clean the points, but I'm going to be swapping the mags anyhow. So that won't be bad. And any little trinkets I need along the way, I should be able to find. But since this is a complete tractor, I shouldn't need anything. This even had throttle and choke cables on it already. So That'll make that alright. And the oil line's already been up, so I think we'll do it and handle it that way, guys. So anyhow, thanks for watching. See everybody later. Maybe eventually on the next part I'll actually get some work done. So later, guys.